Well, here is an interesting situation. You can see that what am I going to say, every other digit is bright and then dim. So you can say either the odd ones are dim, or you could say that the other way around. The odd ones are bright and the even ones are dim. So I suspected that was going to be a problem with the pulsing of the ABCD, BCD signals out of this 74154. But that seems normal to me. When I hooked my scope up to those, they were at 1x, 2x, 3x, and 4x, as you might suspect. Now this is interesting. I have my scope 2 channels connected to digit strobes 15 and 16, which are going to correspond to a couple of these digits here. And you can see that one digit strobe is approximately half the length of the other digit strobe. Now, my first thought was that it was the lamp matrix 6821 on the driver board that would be causing this, but I changed that lamp matrix 6821 out and it made no difference. I also have connected a known working CPU board to this driver board and it works perfectly. I've tried another driver board with this CPU board and I get the same results. So this is definitely an MPU caused issue, and if anybody's got any ideas before I dive into this, that would be much appreciated. The blue line on the scope with a frequency of 2.155 kilohertz was before the repair, and that is way faster, it turns out, than the interrupt frequency should be. Here you can see the 3 signals coming out of IC25 and 4020 at pins 12, 13, and 14 get NANDed together at IC11 to eventually generate an interrupt. And we have some success, as a friend of mine, Scott Charles, inquired about the interrupt frequency. So I connected my scope to test point 5, and this one's still connected to one of the digit strobes. And the cyan here is the interrupt frequency, which before it was something in the kilohertz range. Now it is about 60 hertz, which is 60 times per second. And then the yellow is still the digit strobe. So you can see there's many digit strobes that occur over the course of that 60th of a second. And we have everything working properly. Now I have seen something very similar to this on a System 11 board where the blanking signal was timing out at just the precise moment and it was preventing all of the displays from being fully formed. On this board, however, it was the 4020, which I rolled the schematics in, but you can see pins in the schematics at pins 12, 13, and 14 are ANDed together, or NANDed, I don't remember which. And when I probed pin 14 of the chip that used to be here, it was dead. So I scavenged one off of an old Data East CPU, because I don't stock that chip, because they never fail, and installed a socket, and we are good to go. And the old chip did fail in my Chinese chip tester. So thank you so much, Scott, for your suggestion, and anybody else that was thinking about this. In the meantime, I'll get this posted to Pinside just as soon as possible. We can call off the dogs.